section is fucking hilarious. The time you seriously misread social cues and made it weird. Principal announced we'd have Monday off school, my birthday. I jumped up and cheered before he commented that a teacher passed away overnight and her funeral would be held that day. In high school, asked this guy in a wheelchair how he kept his sneakers white. My sister found out Hugh Hefner died during a work meeting with a client and had a very dramatic, devastated, near tears reaction. Didn't realize till way after she was thinking it was Hugh Jackman. I had just moved to New York City. Some tourists stopped me on the sidewalk and asked me for directions to the subway. I gave them directions to a Subway sandwich shop around the corner. I told a patient, don't be scared. It's not like I'm going to cut your leg off. He replied by pulling up his pants to show me a prosthetic leg and said, someone beat you to it. I asked a waiter for a box of my remains. This man with caterpillar eyebrows approached me while I was browsing. He asked if I needed help and I said no, I was just eyebrowsing. Working in a theater selling ice cream with no card machine. I had a man ask if I had a card machine, and instead of saying, I'm afraid not, I looked at him dead in the eye and said, I am not afraid. I saw a guy trip and fall on the sidewalk and rushed forward to help them. I was thinking, I hope they're all right, and did they get hurt? Kneeled down, locked eyes, and said, I hope you're hurt. Introduced my name, Riley, and my favorite place, Iceland, for an icebreaker. Another girl named Riley said to spell it to see if I was spelled the same. I spelled Iceland in front of 50 people. B. Lucy Lou popped out of a store in front of me. She was super excited, waving and saying hello. I waved back equally excited. Her friend was behind me. Oh, this Lucy Lou. A coworker told me their little brother looked like a mini M&M. I said, oh really? Which color? After a few awkward moments, he said, no, the wrapper, not the candy. I once greeted a customer with welcome to birth control instead of welcome to Burger King. In bathroom stall at work and saw my work friend's shoes in the next stall. Using my best demonic voice, I say, I'm going to steal those pretty shoes while you sleep, Laura. 'Twas not Laura. Bumped into an older gentleman by mistake. I meant to say, I'm so sorry, but also, are you okay? So instead I just shouted, are you sorry? One time I accidentally grabbed the Sonic worker's finger because I thought it was a straw he was handing me. When studying abroad, I asked the hotel concierge for more toilet paper. He replied with, yes, can I have your number? To which I replied, no, I have a boyfriend. He was asking for my room number. At my last corporate job, my VP saw me heading to the bathroom with a tampon and he seemed stunned and uncomfortable. So I waved it at him and said, Avada Kedavra, and then scuttled away in embarrassment. As a server, I meant to tell a couple enjoy the rest of their days. I still don't know where the S on days came from. It became so sinister I didn't know what to do. So I backed away. I saw a sweater in my house once and assumed it belonged to a friend who left it behind. Put it on and wore it all morning. Turns out it belonged to my cleaning lady who was there cleaning at the time. My husband speaks English as a second language and gets words mixed up. He was on the phone with his boss and instead of I'm living vicariously, it came out I'm living vicuriously. I was serving a regular and his coworkers and they ordered like 5 cheese danishes. I meant to say you guys are going to eat me out of house and home, but I just said you guys are going to eat me out. I was carpooling with my coworkers and a guy started drifting into my lane, nearly clipping me. I screamed out, he's coming in me instead of he's coming in my lane. A lady asked me if my parents were in love with my newborn baby and I said, no, they are divorced. My friend and I were using the restroom at the mall and she farted loud in the stall next to me. I said, nice. When we left, she said it wasn't her and she was a few stalls down. Saw a dog while hiking, shouted down, what's your dog's name? They said Tofu. I meant to say I'm gonna come say hi, but I said I'm gonna come, emphasis on come. Once I asked for a wedgie burger instead of a veggie burger and the Burger King worker said, we don't do that here. Cotton oil change, put sticker on window. Guy said, I can take that trash for you, meaning the sticker backing. But I was hella confused and handed him an empty bottle. I was at the gynecologist getting a scope and the soft-spoken doctor told me to cough. I thought he said to caw, and believe me, I double-checked with him before I let out a huge caw. I worked at Nothing But Cakes and I was serving a lady and she asked why there was such little frosting and I said, oh, there's actually a surprising amount of cream in the bundle. I was so nervous the first time I went to the gyno. She was also my mom's gyno and delivered me. I blurted out, you gave birth to me. She was like, I most certainly did not. I had tonsillitis. When the male nurse did the throat exam, I gagged so loud and viciously. After I was done, I said, I'm sorry, I don't usually gag. I had just gotten married and my new last name was Black. I wasn't used to it yet and UPS brought a package and said, "Are you Black?" I gave him a confused look and said, "No, I'm white." And walked inside with my package. One time I was at a restaurant and I have bad peripheral vision. So when the waitress came to take my plate, I thought my plate was inexplicably sliding off the table. So I screamed and grabbed it from her. Recently, I was talking to my fiance's friend Nathan and I told him my fiance has a friend named Nathan who he would really get along with. One time when exiting a completely destroyed public bathroom, I mixed up "I did not do that" and it smelled like that before I went in and said it didn't smell like that before me. The first time we went to a character meal at Disney, I got all weird when we met Winnie the Pooh and I made my kids get up and bow at him and call him Sir Pooh. Sir Pooh. Accidentally made a "your mom" joke to my uncle at my grandma's funeral. A cashier at Aldi's had to step away for a second, and when she got back, I was expecting her to say she was sorry or excuse herself. But she said, "How's your day?" And I said, "Don't worry about it." Worked at a Subway, went to ask someone, "What can I get for you?" And I guess I also decided to say, "How are you doing?" So I just looked into their soul and said, "What are you doing?" My dog locked my keys in my car at a gas station. Someone was trying to help me break into my own car and told me to go buy a Slim Jim. I came out with beef jerky off the tool to unlock a car. Went to drop off paperwork once. The receptionist asked how I was. I was thinking "I'm great and I'm good" and confidently said, "I am Groot." That one still keeps me up at night 8 years later. Teaching a yoga class, I mixed the pose names Dead Bug and Happy Baby and guided the class into a dead baby. I work in healthcare. I finished a prisoner's exam and said, "You're free to go." And he looks at me and says, "No, I'm not." My husband tried to order spinach artichoke dip and the waiter said he had to check if they had it. My husband said, "If you're out, we will take it anyway." I think about this a lot. I worked at Ryan's Buffet. Phone rings. I cheerfully say, "Thank you for calling Walmart." I've never worked at Walmart. I meant to tell a customer, "If you have any questions, don't hesitate." And "It's no bother" at the same time and told her, "If you have any questions, don't bother." I worked at a bank and in certain situations needed a fingerprint. Asked for a right index finger and we locked eyes and I realized he didn't have an arm. Answered my phone at my receptionist job and I said, "Time to die" instead of a proper greeting. Customer had a lisp and I replied yes to his question with a lisp. I don't have a lisp. Husband told me to order pizza. I rehearsed what to say in my head. Called the pizza, panicked, and said, "Hi, Papa John's, this is pizza." I hung up and made my husband do the order. I'm a piano teacher. Once the dad came in to say goodbye to the student during lesson, ended it with "Love you, cookie." And I don't know why, but out of reflex, I said, "Love you too, Daddy." Got into an elevator and the lady asked where I was going and I proceeded to tell her my plans for the day. She said, "Okay, but what floor do you need to go to?" 15 years ago, I spent half a semester writing show media in my notes for an internet marketing class because I didn't realize my Chinese professor was saying social. Congratulated a woman after she told me her daughter went to ICU. I thought it was a university. I was once in the back of an ambulance and one of the paramedics was fine. He told me to look at him and as soon as I did, the other EMT said, "Try to relax. I just saw your heart rate spike." Thank you, sir. I was walking out of the door at the barber shop and I wanted to give my barber a peace sign, but at the last moment I tried to change it to a thumbs up. So I ended up flipping him off by accident instead. I went to pick up a package and the worker asked to see my ID. Then he said, "Turned around," and I slowly and hesitantly did a twirl. He meant the ID. This guy held his phone out to me and said, "Can you take a picture?" I proceeded to stand next to his son and smile for a photo. He was asking if I could take a picture of their family. Of course he was. They were telling jokes in my class. There was this kid in a wheelchair named KJ. He was black. They said, "What has legs, is brown, but can't walk." I confidently said KJ. They were referring to a table. I worked at Dutch Bros, and when a customer made a fist to give me his change, I fist bumped him and said, "Hell yeah." Then he kept hovering it there and said, "No, I'm giving you my change." I've never in my life told a "your mama" joke until a guy I was talking to told me his mom had died and then put me on hold. And when he came back, asked what I was doing, and I said, "Your mom." My hubby's new coworker met us at a bar for a drink, brought his partner, and I ran up to them and said, "Oh, hi, you brought your mom." She was not his mom. And she hated me instantly. This is really helping me to understand that maybe some of the rudest interactions I've ever had with other people were just them blurting out the wrong words. These made me feel better about the things that keep me up at night.